In this video, I'm gonna deconstruct how I clean every single part of a car door from cloth, vinyl, plastic to rubbers, and a particularly dirty car door. Now, let's get straight into it. What's going on? So glad you're here and welcome back to the Wilson Auto Detailing community. If you are a professional auto detailer who wants to become more successful and profitable in your business, or just a car enthusiast who wants to improve your detailing ability, then definitely consider hitting that big red subscribe button right below this video. So right now I'm on location, kind of just doing a full makeover on this sedan size car, particularly in the interior because it is extremely dirty. This is one of those cases that's gonna take probably a few hours to get really corrected. But what I wanna show you guys is this door panel, because not only are door panels full of all different sorts of materials, so you have vinyls and plastics and cloth and these chrome plated pieces, but you also have door panels like this that are particularly dirty. So check out all that staining, all those fingerprints, just a ton of dirt. And so I'm gonna have to take care of all of this, but because of the nature of doors, I wanna show you guys how I basically give this door with all these different materials a bath. So this is one of those cases where I'm not overly concerned with things like overspray or getting it on the windows or getting in the car, because I like to call it giving this whole car a bath, like the inside. I'm like showering out the inside because it's just so dirty. So with things like this, I can't just use a little bit of product on my microfiber and just wipe it off. I have to be kind of aggressive. So I am gonna be using my Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner. This is just diluted 10:1, and basically the first thing I do to address something like this is just spray the entire door with the cleaner. So even though it might seem kind of extreme to do something like that, I'm gonna spray the whole thing. I'm gonna get overspray on the cloth. I'm gonna get it on the window. I'm not gonna get a ton of liquid down here in the window buttons, so don't worry about that. I'm not gonna spray a ton in the stereo. But my first approach is just gonna be taking my Chemical Guys long boar's hair brush, and I'm just gonna agitate all of the cleaner around all of the plastic pieces, including the cloth, just like this. Now when I've done that, I'm gonna take my microfiber towel and I'm going to obviously just wipe up all this excess. I'm not being super detailed in this moment. Once again, I think of a lot of like sequences in the detailing world as kind of like a funnel. So you start really broad, and then as you get more detailed, you're kind of focusing in. So right now, this is just the tip of the funnel. I'm just trying to get the grunt work done, and then I'm gonna go back in and be more detailed. So I'm not trying to wipe up every single little thing right this second, just trying to wipe up the suds. Now that that's done, I'm gonna take my Super Clean diluted 5:1, my degreaser, and I'm basically just gonna look at what are the areas that are still needing some treatment. I might take my Magic Eraser or my non-abrasive scrub pad. I'm gonna spray the Super Clean onto my pad, and then I'm just gonna scrub these couple little spot areas that might need a little bit of extra help. I also hold this kind of fingernail brush in my bucket caddy because this works great for things like these cloth parts of these door panels right here. Now here we're gonna go for the last step, and here a lot of guys might stop right here. If you're beginning in the detailing world, you know, this might be the full extent of what you do, because yes, it is very clean at this point, but what happens is when you spray that much solution, a lot of times in these creases, you know, of the window buttons and the creases right here, these little tiny spaces, and of course there's still some things that need to be gone over with a few chemicals, but there's like these kind of foamy suds in between there. There's a few crumbs here and there. So what I do to finally finish is take my VX5000 steamer and I just lightly go over the button areas. Obviously I don't want to get any water in there, but then I heavily go over some of these areas like right here where we've got a little specific staining in these creases right here. So this is like the last detailed part and kind of that funnel that I was talking about. I start really broad and then I get more and more narrow as I keep detailing. So this is going to be kind of the bottom part of the funnel, the most detailed part here. So let's go ahead and treat it with the steamer. let's take a look at the finished result. There's still some parts that are drying here, but you guys can see still some like damage left over, right? So a car like this that hasn't been maintained or really taken care of, you're gonna have some damage, even though, you know, the Magic Eraser is really good at removing scuff marks, and I use that down here. There's still a level of scuffing that's gonna be there. Let's check out the inside of this pocket here. You guys can see very clean, as well as this one. Cloth right here, totally cleaned, done. Got the door handle and behind the door handle. All inside of these little buttons, the window buttons look very, very, very good. Nothing even in the creases of these buttons. Of course, on top here, you guys can see this plastic and vinyl pieces look really, really good. And all around, like leather right here, totally degreased, cleaned. Very, very good. Give you guys a couple different angles here so you guys can see. So you guys can tell just from the before and after that this is a very dramatic improvement. So while a lot of that probably is pretty self-explanatory, it's important for me to talk about it just because I get a ton of questions from guys in the Wilson Auto Detailing community, and I remember when I was first beginning in the business, you tend to overcomplicate things, and so even when you're dealing with things like this door, you almost either break it down too much to where it takes forever, or you don't break it down enough and then you get done and you're not satisfied with your results, and so you're just as much frustrated with yourself because, again, you're not getting the results you want. And so this is a very simple way with some simple products and some simple tools to get really, really awesome results and not overthink things. And in the detailing world, door panels are very characteristic of like the nature of detailing in that they're incredibly complex. There's all these cracks and crevices, pockets that you might not even know of. You have to get behind the door handle. On top of that, there's all of these different materials like chrome and leather and rubbers and vinyls and plastics and even cloth and fabrics. And so again, it's easy to overcomplicate, but we tend to overcomplicate the things that don't need to be overcomplicated, and this is one of those. So this is a really, really good way to just completely strip everything, all dirt, grime, grease, all of that off of a door panel. So you're just giving it a total makeover and make it look really, really good and ready to be dressed. So I actually clean every interior of any car with Super Clean and Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner primarily. I do have a lot of other products, but those are the two main products that I use. If you want to get your hands on either of those products, I'm going to hook up Amazon links in the YouTube description box below this video. You can definitely check those out there. Also with the steamer, I use the VX5000 steamer, as many of you know, but because it's like an $800 to $900 steamer, it's outside of many of you guys' price range who are beginning, which I totally understand. So I'm also going to hook up Amazon links to much less expensive steamers, but that also give incredible results and are really, really good for beginners who are just getting involved in the detailing world. And honestly, I don't go anywhere without my steamer. I probably push the steamer more than I push any other tool because it's so just like vital to get those level 10 results in my opinion and in my auto detailing world. And I'm also going to hook up any brushes that I used in this video as well. So check out those Amazon links below in the description box. If you use my links to buy any of those things, it does give this channel a small commission, but it helps this channel stay alive so I can keep giving out awesome content just like this all the time. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hook up all that stuff in the YouTube comments below because I always read those and I'm sure to get back to you guys as fast as I can. And if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing because I come out with videos all the time just like this on products, tools, strategies, communication skills, business skills, and so much more, all in an effort to help the pro detailers become more successful and profitable in their businesses. And I share the same strategies that turn my business into a full-time income with part-time hours. So if that interests you, definitely consider subscribing. Once again, thank you so much for being involved here. And as always, from Luke here at Wilson Auto Detailing, keep working hard, and I'll see you guys in the next video.